You guys are spending hard-earned African-American dollars for a gay man to tell you if your man is DL?
The tea is exceptionally good today.
Please don't be foolish enough to let these pages get a lot of y'all lives took. I had a friend who y'all know from my story time almost got both of our wigs blown off because of it. And they ended up getting pistol whipped.
One of his tips was if he keeps giving you back shots, then he's probably DL.
Every second, every minute, man, I swear that she can get it. Saying if you a bad bitch, put your hands up high, hands up high, hands up high. Tell them the lights down right now, put me in the mood. I'm talking about dark mood.
Welcome or welcome back to Real Ronald J with me, Ronald J, where we discuss real things in a real way. And in today's video, we will be unpacking DLculture and its roots and its effects in our society. So, before we get into my opinions and thoughts on download culture, I wanted to give us a working definition that we can all sort of agree on so that we can move forward. Because I feel like the term down low has been stigmatized, racialized, and gendered only towards, black men, mass-presenting black men. Anybody can be down low. So the definition is any information to be kept private and between select parties, either in business, sports, or personal relations. All right, so now that we got the definition out of the way, let's get to my personal, Ronald's personal opinion surrounding DL experience and DL culture. Because for me, my personal beliefs on sexuality is that it's okay. I feel like each individual person subjectively falls somewhere on a spectrum of sexuality. So if all the way heterosexual is one thing and all the way homosexual is another, I feel like people fall at different points, different coordinates on that grid. I can say that by there are some heterosexual women who are open to having an experience with a woman. And there are some heterosexual women who are not, strictly dickly. And I feel like same goes vice versa, the opposite way. So I think each of us as individual people have our limits and our not so limited views on sexuality. So therefore, I sympathize with people trying to figure out where they fall on that spectrum. What I don't sympathize with, though, is deception, is manipulation, is violence. I don't sympathize with those. And I feel like that's where the stigma around DL men, essentially, comes from. These niggas be killing people, okay?
Man, I knew it, y'all. So it came out that the reason why this man unalived his mother, the mother of his child, and his cousin is because he was DL. And it came out and for somebody found out. I think at one point maybe the baby mama found out and the information just kind of spread it. But according to what they're saying, he was actually on his way to unalive someone else. Now, this all happened within the time frame of 9 hours, y'all.
DL men are the devil, okay? DL men are the devil. This case right now that's viral on TikTok with the DL man who they picked up from the gas station. He came back over there. They did what they did, had a good time, okay? They was playing the horizontal tango, and he came back and unalived them all. Because he didn't want them, I guess he didn't want them to tell nobody he was DL. They didn't want him to tell nobody he was gay or something. But he went over there and got hit from all of them.
That's not okay. They be abusing people, the people they're in relationship with, abusing the children, abusing because you lead in a Hannah Montana life. So my sympathy ends there. And those are kind of my opinions on it. And I feel like where people get caught up is when they're trying to find who to place the blame on. And that's what we're going to get into. Who is to blame for DL culture? Alrighty, so now we're gonna get into who's to blame for DL men feeling the way they do and DL culture as a whole. So the first group I have is the society.
Help! Help! Oh, how can I help? What? Is there a way I can help? I need help. Do you want help? What? You don't want help. You don't? No. Alright, well, thank you. You're welcome. Bye-bye. Bye.
Society doesn't make it easier when it comes to just hypermasculinity. And when you live in a patriarchal society that rewards hypermasculinity, it's hard to defend against. I feel like society does perpetuate religious trauma amongst everyone, but there's a special trauma passed on to LGBTQIA plus communities, and that leads me to validation. There's a societal need for validation for masculinity. So I'm not a man unless I'm not a man unless or the opposite. He's not a man unless he does this, he can't be a man. And that creates a rigid structure that's almost impossible for anybody to walk down. Health
That's a big word for our mouth.
in a healthy way. And it's very, very, very hyper focused on black men. Because white men and men of other colors and races can get away with a lot more. I promise. Society does play a major role in creating the framework for DL men. However, individual communities, which the biggest one that y'all like to blame is black women. A lot of the blame is placed on black women for their praise of hypermasculinity in our community.
I'm so confused why women are now getting hate for saying, and who gonna be the boys?
Because y'all are being homophobic. There, I said it. Y'all are being homophobic. Black women are consistently so homophobic without even realizing that they are doing it. Oh, who's gonna be the boys? Oh, men are in their... And it's not even like straight men that they be in the comments of. It will be gay men. It'll be literal gay, bisexual men being feminine, and then all the comments are, who gonna be the boys? Bitch, you're just gonna... In the big year of 2025, black people are continuing to perpetuate these outdated and unnecessary gender stereotypes that does nothing but put people in a box that they can't venture outside of and fear of being called out of their name.
Who's gonna be the boys? The boys who never said they were girls in the first fucking place. Them is the boy. They're just a little feminine and they don't want you, so what does it fucking matter? Gonna be the damn boy. The boy in the Daisy Dukes. That's the boy. What the fuck? You didn't have a chance with them anyway. Do you see they face? You see how clear that skin is? You never had a chance, boo.
But you even gotta watch these feminist bitches too. You gotta watch them because they'll sneak some transphobia and some homophobia in this motherfucker. I cannot stand them simple hoes. I cannot stand you simple hoes. Just simple as fuck. And I'm not one to want to debate you. I'll let you have it. I don't care. Just get the fuck away from me.
I am raised around college educated for the most part, and just intellectual black women. And to those women that I know, they don't operate like that. They don't want no man who don't wash his ass because he's scared of digging in his crack. They don't want a man who is unkept, whose mattress is on the floor. They don't want that. The women I know. But I do understand that there is a sector of women who are like, oh, I want my man to do this, I want my man to do that. Oh, like, oh, I don't want my man to hang out with gay people. I don't want my man to walk downhill, or whatever that long list of things that make a man gay. Child, I don't know. And it does contribute to the societal view of hypermasculinity. That is not solely upon black women, because gay and queer men uphold the same thing. They see the same thing that the black women are saying in what they want a man. But mind you, none of y'all want a man that they know how to grill. It was Memorial Day and none of y'all was on the grill. I seen a few people, and kudos to them. I'm proud of them. But these men don't know how to grill. They don't know how to work. They don't know how to hustle. They don't know how to make women orgasm, from what I'm hearing in the streets. these are the frameworks that y'all want to focus on. Yes, niggas need help. That's not it. But that's the thing is, black women aren't the only women that do that. Latino women do it. White women do it less, but they do it. All women have community frameworks for the men in their community, and what is acceptable and unacceptable in their community. So blaming black women for DLculture is idiotic in my point of view. But I also fully understand the women in having their preference. You hear it? Preference. It's wrong when black women have a preference towards dating men who are not male attracted. That is their preference. But it's not wrong when black men or other black community members date outside their race as a preference. That's not wrong, because it's just my preference. It's just my preference. It's just my preference.
You know, dark-skinned women, I don't really like dark-skinned women. Like, they look funny beside me.
So y'all go to school out here?
Yeah, I go to state.
Okay, what about you?
Where do you go?
Look, shut up. I'm sorry. I'm talking to her.
Because in recent times, I've been noticing that there is a clear epidemic of black men that only want to date and only prefer light-skinned women. I was talking to my mans over the game the other day, and he was talking to me about his girl issues, and I asked her, oh, what does she look like? He said, oh, she's light-skinned, of course. And I was like, what do you mean, of course? And he was just like, oh, I just can't do the black, dark-skinned shorties. That's just not my stilo. Like, I'd rather just deal with light-skinned women. Like, and I'm like, so you've only been fucking with light-skinned women your entire life? He was like, yeah. And I was just like, damn, bro, like, open up your horizon.
Because what her preference is she don't want a man who's doing the bending or getting bent over. Like, whoop the effing do. People are dying, Kim, and this is what we're fighting black women on.
Bitch, I'm gonna smoke a blunt and expose the government. Then I'm gonna put on these glasses and pick up a fucking book. And then I'm gonna serve cunt while doing all that, like, simultaneously.
And that's the role and participation I feel like black women play into it. Now, you see, the gay girls and boys, they're not safe either. Because there is a toxic obsession with DL men that keeps this energy going, that keeps this thriving.
I was talking to my friend the other day, and we were talking about the type of dudes that we prefer. For further context, he is gay, and his answer blew the fuck out of me, because he literally said, and I quote word for word, I don't talk to gay men, I don't freak on gay men, I only freak and talk to DL men. If 2 + 2 is 4, 5 + 5 is 10. What the fuck is this?
Because in most people's minds, a DL man is he's straight, he's mask presenting, very masculine, hyper masculine. Like, he's the epitome, the ideology of what a man is. He has muscles, he's strong, he's the tallest person ever. All of these physical attributes, and that's what they're attracted to. They're attracted to the hiding in the shadows, the sneaking late at night, the sneaky links. These are not people. These are not your friends. These are not your homeboys. These are not your boyfriends. These are not your partners. With women, it's kind of different, because I'm not gonna lie, these women do be falling in love. Dead ass. So that's why I'm saying men. Like, DL women, I don't know.
When y'all know a lot of y'all women be on the DL. Y'all know y'all do. Like, y'all always trying to get drunk and kiss. And then a lot of y'all be stay talking about, I don't like these men, I don't like them. And it be because y'all like a woman. Y'all just like me and money.
To continue on with the queer community, there is this inherent internalized homophobia and femmephobia that queer people uphold to fit this heteronormative world that we live in. So if you go on any dating apps, oh, no fats, no femmes, only into mask on mask. Which is, like I said, a preference. I'm not here to argue anybody's preferences. If that's what you came for, I'm not here to do that. However, why do you feel that way? And honestly, if we're being for real, this is a sidebar. You niggas don't be masked. Y'all don't be trade. Y'all don't be down low. Y'all don't be, sister girl, we see you. We see each other.
We good. I see. We see each other. We see each other. We good.
Okay? And when you have people like the DL Whisperer, who I find entertaining, but that's all it is, entertainment. You do not know how hard it would be to literally line 100 men up and say, DL straight, DL straight, DL. You wouldn't know. That's hard to do. And sensationalizing this in a time where DL should not even be one of our biggest issues. We about to go back to slavery. They were repealing the Department of Education, and we were in about a man who's cheating. Sister girl, leave him, sister. It don't matter if you cheat on you with a woman. It don't matter if you cheat on you with a man. There are flesh-eating STDs out there. Leave that man, sister. Stand up.
Stand up. Stand up.
Because they're giving the DL men the validation that they're wanting. They're giving them what they want, essentially. And if I can have my cake and eat it too, why wouldn't I, essentially? If that's the DL framework. If I can be with this woman and live this life, and you niggas still gonna fuck me? And my last group, the group that Ronald personally feels is responsible for DLculture, is the DL men that participate in this stuff. Because as I said earlier, there's discreet and closeted, and then there's down low. These DL men are very deceptive. I've never tricked anybody. I've never deceived anybody. I've never lied to anybody. I never put my hands on anybody. I never abused anybody. I've never done none of that because I walk in me. And I get the feedback and the outcome from walking in me, but guess what? I'm so comfortable. I don't care because I don't need validation from outside sources that don't help me pay a bill. They don't help me do what I need to do to get where I need to go in life. They ain't helping me with this YouTube. I need help with this YouTube because editing takes forever. They're not helping me with nothing. So it's like, why do y'all seek validations from these friend groups so bad? And I feel like that's the type of freedom that we all as human beings, no matter what your sexuality is, no matter what you're going through, should have. Where we walk confidently as who we are, and caution to the wind of who, like, I kind of have a more rigid, tone against it, where somebody who does deal with DL people might sympathize more because they have those relationships with them. Everybody's trying to find who's to blame for DL culture. The DL men are. The DL women are. Yes, sex is fun. So is doing crack. Discipline yourself. You need discipline. Let's not center DL culture. Let's center healing for everyone. Point blank period. Let's focus on the religious trauma that we pass down to our community. If you don't agree with something, kudos to you. We have free will. You're free to not believe in something or not support it. However, creating a space where people can't be themselves is never the right thing, because that's oppression. And in a country that was essentially founded on religious freedom, people aren't feeling free. Country. We don't heal people by shaming them into a closet, by shaming them into, we don't heal that way. So everybody, yes, I got my microphone. Everybody needs to handle the responsibility of using these microphones and just your voice in general. If you're saying something that is only intended to hurt somebody, you shouldn't say it. Because the truth without compassion is cruelty. I forgot where I remember that from. And if Black women want the truth, have to learn the compassion for it. And I'm not saying be compassionate to these men that are lying to you. I'm not saying being compassionate to these men that are giving you STDs. I'm not saying none of that. I'm saying be compassionate towards the rigid framework of masculinity that is placed on Black men, not just by Black men, but by society as a whole. Okay? Comment down below your thoughts, your opinions, your experiences on DL culture, and just where do we go from here? Because the sensationalization that is currently happening towards DL culture is not helping DL culture. If anything, it's making it worse. is teaching these DL men how to trick y'all even better. Okay? So like, comment, subscribe if you haven't. Definitely thank you for supporting me, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.